Hi, Lou Agave, Long Island Lou Tequila. Please follow my social media. Today, we're going to tell you about a tequila, which you might still find on some shelves. You might want to grab it if you're into this kind of thing because it's discontinued. So it's the Patron Roca. This is the Anejo. This is the Patron Roca Anejo, and I was glad when this came out because, I was never really overly impressed with the bottom line Patron products. They're all kind of like, mild, and they don't have all the agave attributes you should have. This way it's acceptable to the masses, So it's kind of bland, but, it's still okay. But this came out as, Roca. It's supposed to be more for aficionados. It costs a lot more money, pretty bottle and all of that, It's still kind of on the bland side, but, I guess it was better than the bottom line. Then later they came out with their other versions, of the Blanco. So Patron is out of NOM 1492 in the Cienegas section of Jalisco, okay? And, it's not a bad made product at all. I mean, they use Tahona for maceration, stone brick ovens. The agaves are from the Los Altos region, okay? It's open air wood fermentation with fibers. So far, I like that procedure, and they use double distilled in all copper. And this was aged about 14 months in American white oak used bourbon barrels, deep well water, and at the time, no additives. I have no complaints with the procedure, that's the whole thing. So it's a nice bottle. It's got a nice cork top. I'm going to kill this thing off today, all right? I'm at the bottom. Patron, now completely owned by Bacardi. Let's see what happens to the brand now. And, when these were out and selling, just, recently, you might still get them, like I say, they're about $85 to $90. That a year or two ago, 3 years ago, when it was selling for that was too much money for an Anejo. Okay, today the prices are out of control. They're ridiculous. But this was overpriced at the time. There's no doubt about it. So let's give this a shot, okay? Now, I already had it, obviously. And, I kind of have my opinion on it already. And it's going to be okay for some of you. The guys that like smooth and sweet, which is not what tequila is supposed to be, by the way. That's how they make this. What they do is they make it, which I've always called Americanized, So they whatever they do, they shave the piñas really close just to make them smooth and sweet, no offending bitter taste or anything like that. Maybe the heads and tails, they leave mostly the heart. Whatever they do, they always made it that way. And this is really no big different to that, It's very sweet. It's very sweet. So if that's your thing, that's your thing. I don't know if there's additives in it. I suppose back then there wasn't. I don't know what's going to happen going forward. But I just find it to be, there's a lot of fruit in here, which is good. There's a honey. It's definitely sweet. It's got caramel and vanilla, a lot. But, it's clean enough. And I think that this was okay when this was made, It's nice. It's nice. It's not exactly a caramel bomb, but there's a lot of that. So if you like the barrel notes like that, it has a lot of whiskey to it, honey. Like I said, there is definitely fruit in here, maybe green apple kind of thing. Very light pepper. There's oak for sure. You're getting the whiskey, Maybe some butterscotch, earthy, like a raisin type of thing. Maybe a little smoke, and if there's any citrus, it would be like on the orange side. So like, yeah, I mean, this is as sweet as I would go, okay? I have that with Patron a lot, They usually push me right to the limit, of the sweetness limit. But for pretty much an additive-free tequila at the time. So let's give this a shot. It's got the honey, got the fruit. It's got the sweet caramel and vanilla. Not a overly abundant amount. Maybe some butterscotch. Maybe a little chocolate type thing. Pinch of cinnamon maybe. So it's got, cooked agave. Listen, this is not bad. It's a little sweet for me. It is easy to drink. I think a lot of you would like it. So if you see this around, it's the Patron, it's the Roca, which came out. It was their high-end, line at the time, because before all the special ones that they make after that, you know, and during that, you know, the Piedra and all the rest of that, the XAs and the expensive stuff. This was there, and this was really good. This was higher level. So, you know, once again, if this is your thing, I don't think there's anything really terribly wrong with it. It's very sweet for sure. A little bit of an aftertaste, a little alcohol, sweetness buzz going out. You know, on Tequila Matchmaker, I'd be giving it like an 81. So yeah, Patron Roca, Anejo, not bad. Definitely sweet.